So sometimes some people are like, hello, are you there? So sometimes we're in queue, like I get it staged and ready, and it's like, okay, I just need to hit the button while we're still getting a couple things ready. So thanks for hanging out if you've been waiting.
Sometimes we're not ready to hit the button. We can't commit to the
Always
button.
ready.
I'm going to hit the live button next time, and then you can be here and be like, are we ready yet?
I'm ready.
Whatever.
So we got a bunch of smalls. All today we hit up 2 thrift stores.
2 thrift stores, and there's actually a few things that we dropped off at the shop because we were worried the kids would break them. It happens sometimes. In fact, I went thrifting earlier this week, and somebody's like, are these going to be in your haul video on Saturday? If I thrift on Monday or Tuesday, it's probably not going to make it to my haul because I always get in the shop because, you know, somebody might come and want that one thing that I have sitting at home and it won't make me money at home.
No.
So most of what we do on Saturday is what we actually thrifted, and we had to go like drop off some stuff at the DI, which is our thrift store we go to. So we picked up, and then we went to a different one in Riverton and picked up some stuff. We usually can get a cart full no matter where we go.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at finding stuff.
Well, and sometimes we'll pass on things if it's like overpriced or we just don't need any more of that item. But for the most part, we're needing lots of little stuff.
Well, I always pay really close attention to what's sold in the shop, and then I try to pick stuff that like I know is like recently sold that I'm going to need to replace. Yeah, I don't know.
So let's start showing them some stuff.
All right. Well, I'm going to show them these first because then I'm going to paint, and then you can. Are we missing? Where's that little basket that had the little hooks on it? Where is it? I feel like we're missing a whole basket of stuff.
Maybe it's somewhere. I'll go look for it in a second.
Okay, you talk. I'm going to go look at the garage.
All right. So coming up close here. You may not be able to see anybody for a second. All right. So I got this bowl. Jamie actually found this. I'm pretty sure it was a shop project. One of our favorite things if you've been following the channel. We love shop projects, but it's just a pine little cup bowl thing. And it's got some chips and dings, but that's cool. That was like 75 cents, a buck. And then I found this in like the little small area. It's wood, carved out of wood, but man, it's got some cool detail. I'm guessing some sort of thistle or artichoke or something or other. Obviously we got some rolling pins. And then I'm pretty sure that this is like the milk glass style. What do you call this?
It's milk glass hobnob, but somebody painted it.
Someone already painted it before we got to it. We got this little tote, which I have already painted and sealed so that I can do some stenciling. The reason we paint and
Okay,
then
it said
seal.
the sound is low.
The sound is low.
So hold on just a second, we'll fix that.
Hang on. All right, keep talking. Talk loud.
I'm going to be talking. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what to say. Just 1 minute, and then I'll just dance while you fix the sound.
But they could hear us, right?
Yeah, they just said the sound is low. Sound is off.
How loud now?
Can you hear me now?
I'm sure you should be able to.
Okay, Tessa says that she can hear us fine. Somebody else let us know if you can also hear us fine. Did you fix something, or did you just go walk by it?
I turned the gain up.
The gain?
Don't worry about it.
I don't know what that means. Yay, it's fixed.
I boosted the sound.
Good job. All right, it's fixed. I don't have to yell. Somebody says it sounds like we're far away. Is it because you have the microphone on?
No, I think I fixed it.
Okay.
All right, so back to this. Got this, it's just a little tote, another shop project, whatever. And so I painted it in vintage linen, had some bleed through. It's kind of yellowy, don't hate it. It's gonna work out.
We're gonna call it cream.
Yeah.
It's cream now. But it's important to know that he sealed it because with these chalky type paints, if you don't seal it first, then when you distress the stencil, the powder will like get all in the white color because it's heavily pigmented and it makes it muddy. So if you seal it first, it just makes it neater. And another trick, once you distress your stencil, instead of wiping the dust off, blow the dust off like this. Or with your air hose.
I use an air compressor.
Okay, you do that. I'm going to be painting these frames. I picked up 4 of them for $1, so that's what I'm doing back here while he's stenciling. Do you want to move the camera so they can see you?
Yeah, I'm going to move some stuff off in a minute. So we found this mirror. I don't know, can you see the lights back behind? If we don't have lights during the lives, it's real dim, so we gotta.
One of our kids' friends is like, how come there's so many lights? We're like, we're going live on YouTube.
So we got this mirror. What color are you painting this, Jamie?
I don't know.
Probably
Probably
white or
white.
an apothecary.
It's gonna go white, so that way the dark shows, and then this one that's white will go a different color, like a darker color.
We also got this one here. I'll show you the ceiling on that one.
This is
The dusty fan.
Somebody already painted it, but it's like not my favorite
I
color.
don't know if it, I think it looks like a factory paint job.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do those come out, or do we have to like clean it up? That's true.
Oh, you're right. Someone did paint this. So I'll unscrew those in a minute. And then we got this fun little picture. Jamie liked it for the frame and the picture in there. We were looking for two, but there was only one.
I still live.
And then this basket is huge and big. Like this is big enough you can put aside like a sofa
Show
and it
the
holds
bottom.
up.
Like it's really well made. I think you could put like decorative pillows in it. That's why I got it, because it'd be so cute, like under an entry table with pillows or a blanket.
So this came to us pre-dusty. It doesn't even have to go in our garage to get dusty. It's been in someone else's garage.
We're gonna spray that. That's got way too much.
Yeah, this has a lot of detail. It's probably, I don't know, would you say that's for music since it's got this, what is that symbol? Who knows what that symbol is? Comment. It's got like the
It's
music.
not a symbol, it's like a heart.
I'm pretty sure
It's not a
that,
symbol.
I'm pretty sure that that's got some musical implication.
I don't know. It looks like a harp to me.
I'm like 96% sure.
Which the harp is a musical instrument.
96 or 93%, somewhere in there.
I'm using my Palm Pro brush, and I'm using Fairy Chalk Weather and Gunmetal on
Here,
these frames.
move that thing so they can see what you're doing.
Oh, okay, this is a bread box. We buy lots of bread boxes, and actually I can move it because we are not going to brush it. We'll spray this. It's got all these nooks and crannies.
It's an accordion style.
It's accordion style, like a garage door. It's huge and heavy, and it will sell fast. We had another one in the shop that sold pretty quick. Good news, you guys. I'm sorry, having ADD, it gets all over the place. I sold 4 pieces of furniture today, which has not happened in a really long time. Like, I haven't sold that much furniture, probably, like, I've sold a piece here and there, but I haven't sold 4 in one day in probably a good month.
Yeah, it's been a while.
When we went to California, I had like a 3-piece day, not a 4-piece. And my wrap and paper buffet sold, if you guys watched that video.
Oh yeah, that's been there a while because we did that a while ago. We love the way it looked, but it's definitely unique. Took the right person.
Yeah, she's super excited. And you know what? People ask me all the time, like, how do you sell stuff? How do you get people in your store? I'm always taking pictures. If you guys follow me on social, you've probably seen them. And I use my iPhone. I don't use a special camera. And I edit them in Snapseed. And I post them on Marketplace. But I don't just post like one item. I post the whole store just to try to get people in. Because if you just post one item and somebody's not interested, they might not stop by. But if they see that you have a lot of stuff, they will. And so I had 2 people stop by today, and each of them bought 2 pieces. So.
All right, I'm gonna go run the view here by yourself for just a second. I'm gonna grab some tape and see if I can find those other baskets.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you're gonna find them. I looked and couldn't find them.
You should tell them about the truck color debate.
Oh. Comment with what color you think we should paint the truck. I can't look at the comments because I'm painting. But Zeb wants to paint it like, I don't know, camel colored. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. And I want to paint it mint. But I probably won't be driving the truck very much because I drove it today. And I don't know if you guys saw my Insta stories, but when I drive, Zeb's knees go into the dashboard because we have to, it's like an older truck that doesn't have a split seat. So you have to pull the whole seat forward for me to reach the pedals, and then that doesn't leave a lot of room for Mr. Tall over here.
I didn't really think that through, and I was like, well, you know, if you want to weigh in on the truck color, you got to drive it some. And then I'm like smashed up against the dash while she's driving to go pick this stuff up
It
today.
was pretty funny. I drove just one way, and then Zeb's like, yeah, but.
Yeah.
I'm painting these dark because instead of staining them, which I guess I could do, I'm going to paint them and then probably shellac them and I'll paint them next week. I want it dark to show through. Gunmetal's like a dark gray.
So this is the basket that started it all today. Jamie found
It's
this
so
one
cute.
here, and she loves it. It's like the favorite basket find of the month.
It's got a bow on it. Like, who doesn't want a
It's got
basket
a
with a bow?
bow and these hooks. It's probably really good for like some mail and keys or something if you hang that.
I'm going to paint it pink, so I'm thinking little girl room.
Okay. Maybe
I'm
we
gonna
can hang
spray it.
ribbons and bows and stuff off of there.
Hair bows could, yeah, that would be cute. Put some hair bows. I'm gonna spray it with a critter sprayer with me.
And then this one, we like flat baskets because you can hang them up against the wall and put stuff in them, and they don't just have to sit on the ground or on top of somewhere. They can be like wall decor.
Well, people
That's
put
useful.
seasonal flowers,
Yep.
and anytime I have a, I'm dripping, anytime I have a half basket like that, they always sell pretty quickly, so.
stenciling this. I'm gonna move the
You can't
camera.
stencil because I'm using the color.
Oh, we can both dip into there, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna use a
Oh, you're
different
gonna use a
brush.
different brush?
Yeah, I got my Essential Stencils 5/8
Oh.
brush out.
Busting out the fancy tools appropriate for. Don't forget to offload, because Les says to offload always.
Well, she's probably watching, she doesn't really miss. All right, and we're also using this Thankful. I'm sure you guys, if you've seen us use this before, this is from Essential Stencils as well. Love their stencils.
Okay, the sound is not right. Sorry.
Is it still bad?
Yes, Zeb, the sound.
All right, hang on.
Just take the dang microphone off.
Some people can hear and some can't.
Okay, he's unplugged our mic. Just if you're still with us, can you hear me?
So a lot of people are saying they can hear.
Kat, can you hear me now, Kat? Kat, can you hear me now? Jones?
It'll be what it is. If you guys can't hear us, it'll just be like put words to our mouth and, you know, have fun with it. All right, so.
Maybe I'll just come closer. Oh, I can't really come closer.
No, we got stuff in front. Oh, Jamie's moving the camera.
All right, there we go.
So I'm going to be putting this stencil on. Sorry the sound is having issues tonight, guys. There's a lot of people saying they can hear us fine.
Tunnel sound is not synced up. It's loud and clear. Do you want to switch it to LTE? Get off
It is off.
the Wi-Fi's off?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's a mixed bag. It's better. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to do. If you cannot hear us well, I want you to hop out of the video and hop back into the video and see if that helps. Because some people can and some people can't. And usually when that happens, it means that you need to refresh. So hop out of our video and come back.
If some people can hear and some people can't, it's usually not on our end. All right. So technical difficulties aside, we will press on. And I'll try to yell at the camera a little. So I just got my little 5/8 brush. I don't know what you'd call this, stippling brush. We'll go with that. And I've got the gunmetal on here. Jamie's, probably her favorite color for stenciling is gunmetal. She loves it on dark colors, on light colors.
I like gunmetal better than black a lot of times if I have it. Sometimes I don't have it in stock. But because it's not as harsh as like stenciling in black. It's a little bit softer, but it's still dark. So you get a good contrast. All right, somebody says that hopping in and out does work. They couldn't hear us, now they can. So there you have it.
That means it's not us.
Which is good
It's
because
not me, it's you.
that also, well, it might have been us with the microphone initially, but that's good. That means if people watch it on the replay, they should be able to hear us.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry. They can't see us, they can just see my hands right here.
Okay. Zeb's stenciling. Zeb is not offloading. Zeb, you're going to be in so much trouble.
I did offload, you just can't see it over
Les
here
is
well.
watching. All right, I'm going to move it back. Sorry, guys.
What did you move
Can
it
they
back
see
for?
us now?
Oh.
Not your face.
Oh, I just had it down so they could see what I was stenciling.
Well, they watched you. If you don't show them stenciling, then Les can't give you a hard time for not offloading.
Someone had a random question I just saw.
Somebody had a question?
I'm sure there's a bunch in there we've been missing. We've been talking a lot today.
Do we have a forest green? What's closest to forest green? Mermaid emerald? Mermemerald? No?
Yeah, probably Mermemerald and Fairy Chalk Mother.
Forest green is not as popular as it used to be, so Mermemerald's probably close. I don't think there's anything else. Hold on.
Can't think of one.
If you PM me on Facebook, I'll do some research and go through the colors. I haven't used a forest green in a while, so I don't know. This is just the base coat. Les is here, offload. Sorry
That's
guys,
funny.
if the sound's not fixed, there's nothing else we can do.
Yeah, it's maybe try watching it on the replay
Yeah,
once it's not live. Because sometimes when it's live streaming, it depends on everybody's internet connection or LTE or service or whatever they got going on. and ours combined, and it doesn't mesh well. So if you can't hear us now, try catching it on the replay, because I'll upload it and it'll be available to watch later.
Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know what's up. So anyways, I'm just gonna paint these and then I will seal them. And we'll paint them probably later this week. The thing with, if you're not familiar with milk or chalk type paints, then you do have to seal them. If you paint one on top of the other, then when you go to distress them, you will just get down to the natural wood. And I don't want to get all the way down to the slide wood. I want to get down to dark gray. So I'll probably seal this with Big Top or Sweet Pickins top coat, let it dry overnight, and then we'll paint on Monday.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna do another coat in a minute, so it's nice and dark.
Okay, yeah, message me on Facebook is probably the best way. Instagram sometimes is kind of hard. You can definitely send me a picture if you need advice. I do have to say that the bigger our channel has gotten, I get messaged probably 30, 40, 50 times a day, and so I can't respond to everything. But I try really hard. But if I don't respond to you, it's not because I don't love you, it's because it takes me like an hour a day just for those responses. I probably spend, how much do you think I spend a day? I probably spend like 2 hours, 3 hours a day. So I try really hard and I respond to as many people as possible.
What color do you want this little cup to go?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna just pick.
You just pick a color, but it's light, so.
You know what? I kind of wanted to see. So this is faded burlap. It's kind of like a tan brownish color. You can see it there.
Somebody asked how you stay calm when things aren't going right.
When things aren't going right, like.
Nothing ever goes right in my life.
When things aren't going right, like the sound. You just gotta go with it. I mean.
Well, nobody wants to watch you.
I tried everything I could do to fix it, and it wasn't enough. So it's what it is.
We'll look into it. But yeah, no, we're pretty chill. We have a lot of things go wrong most of the time, and it's a good day. We sold 4 pieces of furniture, so
Yeah, it can't go wrong.
I'm good any day. And you know, we don't selling furniture isn't like our main source of income anymore, but we have to sell it, or else we don't have room for all the stuff that we paint for YouTube. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Yep. We're gonna. If we don't hurry up, we're gonna have to start donating some back.
Thanks, Crystal. Crystal posted a really pretty dresser with a blended finish, and Zeb's like, you should blend more paint. I'm like, I can't blend stuff that neat. Crystal did an amazing job.
That dresser did turn out great, and then
It was
the colors are nice too.
Yeah. I actually am thinking I'm gonna do a purple blended piece because my last purple piece sold really quickly, and I have a really pretty antique dresser. I also picked up a buffet today.
This pretty antique dresser and the buffet she picked up both need some serious love. They have back issues.
Well, don't we all have back issues?
And you know, I don't know many people where back surgery has helped them, so I don't know if I can help these dressers and the buffet.
I'm sure you can, because if you don't help them, they'll never get out of your garage.
I need them out.
You need them out.
Yep.
All right, these are gonna dry, hopefully. I just like that there's a set of 4. These will look really cute up on the wall.
Yeah, and they all have like a little bit different detail carved on the top, except for, well, no, those 3 are the same, and that one's different. That one's got like.
Wouldn't it be so cute if we print out on cardstock some, what are those called? What we have in our bedroom, what are they called?
Oh, botanicals?
Botanicals. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the word is out that we paint rolling pin handles, but I've been having a hard time finding them.
Yeah, we can no longer find them easily at the thrift store.
I feel like
We
I
have to start
lucked
making
out.
them.
Yeah, no, because it's not worth it. I'm like, we buy them for $1.50, $2, and then we can sell them for about $10.95. So the profit margin is good, but if you make them, it's going to take you way too long. People don't want to pay that much.
Yeah.
We actually, Zeb hand makes beautiful rolling pins, and we sell some of them, but we sell these way more than those. People ask me this, I always like clean the middle of the rolling pin. What color is that?
This is faded burlap. I had to try it out because I'm thinking of putting this on the truck, but I'm thinking it looks a little, it's like a taupey brown, but it leans a little purple in the light here.
Faded burlap is a really great neutral base, so we could layer something else on that.
Layer something else on.
No, not on your
Oh,
truck.
on this? Yeah, I'm putting something else on this.
We should paint something. We could finger paint it like we did that one dresser.
I'm thinking while it's still
You
wet,
haven't finger painted any flowers yet.
there's a reason.
Why? What's the reason?
I don't think I've ever, I've painted the flowers with you on that globe, which I don't think the globe made the room tour video, but we ended up wiping all of that off. It took me about half an hour to clean that off with soap and water and a Brillo pad to get that off of the globe. So it was stuck on there well. We hadn't sealed it or anything, but it just didn't want to come off the glass.
But you can get it off your filter. If you're wondering, I'm using Sweet Pickens milk paint in pantry door. It comes in powder form, so I mixed it in this jar. It's just left over on our website. If you order corbels and you get them chicky green, they come in this color. And we shipped some today, and I had like just a little bit left over, so I'm using that. There's no bond, so we'll see how well it adheres.
Thank you, Happily Hirsch. We love sharing tips, so we're glad you're enjoying them. And I hope you can hear tonight.
Oh, did you tape that or did you just hold it down?
I just held it down, so I'm leaving it. I didn't find any tape when I went and ventured out into the garage.
I feel like I've been wearing a muumuu all day. I don't know, if you guys are from America, you might not know what a muumuu is, because I think they call them, it's like one of those big house dresses. When it's hot, it's nice because you get lots of ventilation. So I just barely put pants on for the first time in like 8 hours. I'm feeling very restricted. And I'm wearing pajamas at that, but I love wearing big old dresses. All right, that's totally random, so you guys probably don't care about that. I'm obsessed with movies. Usually if I know. Okay, so yeah, usually you don't have to use primer. What are you doing?
Come here. I got my own thing going on with this 50-cent little chalice.
Hey, I found that, so don't mess it up.
It was dry. It's pretty warm in here, and it was drying out already. And I'm gonna put some Farm Fresh on it. And I wanted it to blend a little.
Okay.
I got my own little garden thing going on
That
here.
should be interesting. Yeah, so I only use primer. We have a high bond primer that is amazing, and we sell two things. There's extra bond that goes in milk paint, and then there's high bond that goes under chalk paint. And I use high bond if it's a high use, like kitchen cabinets, or if it's really shiny, like that plastic, that's okay. Sorry. It's like that plasticky type finish. It's like the only thing that makes paint stick to it. And so I use that a lot. We've got some videos on it.
Are you going through questions? I feel like we've been neglecting the questions
All right,
today.
you paint, I'll go through questions. You missed the inside of the frame on the right.
Oh yeah, right there.
Oh, super chat. That's like a donation thing. Somebody asked about that. That's just sometimes when people are like, hey, we appreciate you helping. Then they give us a super chat, and then it goes into our donut/date night fund.
/ feed the 5 children we have fund. It's all the same.
The mintish green color is pantry door, and I use a lot of apothecary. He's using Farm Fresh on that. Very Farm Fresh mug.
This is water.
Oh, old recipe cards. If I could find that would be cute too. Good idea. All right, so I used to brush a lot of baskets, but I find that a lot of them sell better as is. But look how cute this basket is. It's got like this porcelain handle, a divider inside, which this is like my 3rd divided basket, so I better wait and see if they sell. But I think they're cute. All right, I'm gonna paint this bread box. I love that.
Sounds good.
Let me see if these are, well, I'll have to wait till these are dry so I have more room. I can paint this orb. Zeb buys a lot of these things.
You love carved wood stuff.
All right, back to questions. Oh, I don't know about this fund, please. I don't know how to do it, but I think you can click.
Oh yeah, it's right in your chat. If you've got your chat up, you can just click it. It's got like a little $sign. Click that, and if you're linked with your Apple Pay or PayPal or whatever, it'll just do it.
I don't know more than that. I probably should, because the money comes to us, but I don't know. I'll look it up, Crystal. I'll know the next time better. All right, I'm painting this in white swan. Sorry, I'm like choking. Can you use any type of wax?
I'm trying out.
People ask me like all the time, because like Annie Sloan is probably like the most popular chalk paint because it's one of the first to come out. So a lot of people have tried that, but they're looking to try something new to branch out. And so I get a lot of people that ask if they can use their Annie wax. Absolutely, you can use it. I mean, obviously smells kind of chemically to me. But definitely use it up, don't waste it. You can use it over the top.
It's a good finish on stuff.
It'll work just fine.
My bowl experiment. It's a little shiny. It won't stay that shiny. It'll dry flat. And then maybe do some distressing on it.
So if you have a piece with drippy latex paint, I would sand it as, you don't maybe need to strip it, but get all the drips off and sand it as smooth as possible so any peeling paint is removed. The best scenario would be to remove all the latex, because latex over time could possibly peel off, but that is a lot of work. What I normally do is I sand it as smooth as possible to where it's not gummy and not peely, and then I paint it. And then the DIY paint like cures over 30 days, will cure super hard, and I haven't had any problems. I mean, I don't know what all latex paint is made with, so I can't guarantee that you'll never have problems, but I haven't had any so far. I'm gonna paint this side, let it dry, and then I'll paint the other side.
Oh, Angie got it figured out. Thanks, Angie.
Woo woo! Thanks, Angie. All right, so I'm going to use, I've not painted a white. You know, I paint everything white, and I've never used white on a. Oh,
Are you sure?
I haven't. Well, I don't know. I don't think I have.
So I'm going back in.
This paintbrush has been abused.
I'm going back in with a second coat. I feel like this is going to be enough because I'm going to distress it. Obviously, we distress.
Obviously, you sound like Chip.
Chip?
So whenever Chip and Joanna are like selling a house, if you guys watch Fixer Upper, he's like, obviously you paid $349. I'm like, not obviously, they did pay $349,000 because the TV said so. Your all-in budget was obviously this, and now you're Chip.
Oh, thanks, Meadow. Meadow Stevens. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good way to get your question answered too, if you got a question.
Yeah.
We'll see that.
Well, I think we've upgraded to dinner and a dessert. All right, so we're gonna let this dry on here. When I get a lot of questions about rolling pins. So this paint that I use is all natural. I wouldn't paint the base of it because that's gonna be touching food, and it's not classified as food safe, even though it probably is. When the paint dries, I distress it, and then I seal it with butcher block oil, which is food safe. And then that way, the ends are sealed, but I also butcher block oil the middle. So if they do use it, which most people aren't going to use these anyways, but if they do use it, then you don't have to worry about anything hurting them. Especially if you're going to resell, you want to make sure that it's safe. Because for yourself, you do what you do. All my food has paint in it anyways because I'm usually cooking and I have paint on my hands.
And thank you to the pink pedal pusher. Oh, the pink peddler reseller.
Pink pedal.
I was like, pedal pusher. It's gotta be
You're
something.
thinking about the DIY paint color.
I'm sorry I messed your name up. Thank you. Someone had a question. Since I'm going to be using the Fairy Chalk Mother, so Mia 7470. Since I'm going to be using the Fairy Chalk Mother paint over a dark stain, should I sand down the item?
Unless you can see your reflection, you're probably good.
Yeah, it adheres to pretty much anything really well.
Hold on. And the only thing is that you could have bleed through, and then you're gonna need shellac. And if you wanna know more about bleed through, we have like, I got a DI tag on me. We've got a ton of videos on that, but that is like the #1 common thing that happens. People think they did something wrong, and it's just the tannins and the wood bleeding through.
I feel like that came out all right. After I get this, oh come on, let's look at that. That's pretty good offloading right there.
Crystal, you are in so much trouble. We can be bought. Well, it depends on what they're trying to buy, you know. Everybody can be bought. It's called job.
I try to say thank you when people give me money.
Or compliments. All right, I'm painting this bread box. I'm gonna probably have you hand letter it later,
Okay.
but not tonight. Because I don't have a stencil that says bread, oddly enough. Where did my white go? Did you take my one?
So, I wanted to show you guys this. It's not gonna bother me on this piece because it was just an old pine, handmade, probably shop project tote. So I've got a little bit of yellowing. We're gonna call that a cream color. This is the other side that I have not sealed yet. You can see the difference in the color there. Let me flip it around quick so you can see. This is what's called bleed through. What happens is the liquid sealer, Look at that, I smeared my stencil. Oh well.
Zebulon.
The liquid top coat on here, what happens as it dries, it pulls things up that's in the wood as it dries, kind of like a candle wicks wax. So that's what happens, and if there's any stains or like yellow tannins, which are just like wood oil that are naturally in the wood, those are going to come up and you're going to see them even more. Sometimes you won't even see them until after they seal. So what happens is, once that happens, let's say I did a piece, sealed it, and I got this, usually it's not this bad on the entire thing, but I would take shellac. Let me see if I have a can, hang on. So this Zinger shellac is what we love. I would just take a can of this, spray it over that, repaint. It's a lot more work, but it'll get you that nice, clean, white, crisp look, or whatever color you have going on there, without having the muddy looking bleed through. Because sometimes it'll come through red or brown.
Or it's splotchy. That's really like, over the whole piece is going to be that color, so it's just going to look kind of cream, so it'll be fine. But if it's splotchy, I never leave it. I always take care of it with shellac because it looks funny. So you guys want to know a little secret? If I paint something and I just do like one coat of white on it, next week when I go to finish it, I just use the sprayer. You can brush the whole thing, but usually we'll have like a bunch of stuff and we just line it all up and spray. If you watched our videos, you've probably seen us do that. If we're spraying a piece of furniture, we'll get out all of our small items and spray those too.
So these were painted 2 Saturdays ago, and we've been saving them. I'm gonna stencil. They weren't sealed before, so
I
now.
think it just wasn't dry.
Yeah. So now I'm going to put the stencil on. We've got some numbers. Hey, don't make fun. I'm trying to talk and do stuff, and people can't even hear because the sound's been wonky tonight.
You're so cute. So when you do that, don't do this part that says 2. Just do the number 2.
Okay. So Jamie just wants the number 2 on here, and I could also put this on, but we're gonna leave that off.
Well, the nice thing about brushing the first coat and then spraying the rest is it still looks hand painted, but a lot faster.
I closed up the gunmetal.
Alright.
Nope, just set it on there.
Oh, shellac is at Lowe's or Home Depot is where I get mine.
We've got, if it's some states and places it's not available, like you can't buy shellac in California, but you can still order it on Amazon and they'll ship it to you there.
Good night, Donna. So the pink peddler said she painted a roll top bread box and it painted it shut. That's some serious paint if you couldn't get it open.
So what I like to do, because I've had that with a roll top desk once, where it got real sticky afterwards. So now what I do is once I get it on there and I've got my paint on there, I'll roll it 4 or 5 times so that I know that it's movable, and then that usually helps. If you get one that's real sticky, that Howard's feed and wax that we use, I showed that in a video in my drawer repair video a while back. That stuff's great. That will unstick a lot of stuff.
Crystal, are you talking about this mint, refined by design? This is pantry door. This one I haven't used yet. I don't know if I have something to paint. This is Fairy Chalk Mother and Harbor. So it's more of a blue mint. And pantry door is definitely like a spearminty green. Oh, Farm Fresh. This cup is in Farm Fresh. Farm Fresh is more like a duck egg, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's definitely greener. Like this is apothecary here. And
you think it's greener? I think it's bluer.
Okay, bluer. Well, this is lighter by a lot.
Yeah,
so
Farm Fresh
this is Farm Fresh here. Can you see that?
They're the same family. It's just one is darker and a little different shade. Apparently to Deb it's greener, and to me it's bluer.
You know, we got all these names for colors. I'm like, that's green. That's lighter green. That's like a blue green. That's as far as I get.
Oh heavens. I'm using DIY White Swan, which is like our #1 seller. I can't keep it in the shop, and it is a warm white. It's not cream, but it is not a cold white, so it pulls the warm tones. Oh. Hello, politically incorrect from a Canadian viewpoint.
She's from Canada, I think.
Yep.
She comments quite a bit.
Why do you not tape your stencils in place, Seb?
Because I couldn't find the tape. Normally I would, but I'm just being careful and moving them.
I don't know. I don't do that.
It is definitely not best practice. It's better to tape
You guys don't
them.
want to watch us, like, find all of our supplies.
Sometimes when we're live, I gotta just wing it, kind of like with the sound. You know, you just gotta keep going with what you
You're
got.
gonna MacGyver it.
Yep.
We're gonna call it MacGyvering. If you don't know what MacGyver is, you might not be as old as us, or maybe they don't play it in your
Pretty
country.
sure MacGyver was before us.
Well, I watched it. You didn't watch MacGyver. Oh, you didn't
Remember,
watch
I
it.
didn't have TV.
You had TV.
We had public television,
You just
so I got Mr. Rogers as a kid.
He was good. You just didn't have cable.
He didn't really hold my attention much past the train intro.
What? Mr. Roger Neighborhood. Alright. I just thought this would be precious in a little nursery. Don't you think?
Yeah, show him close.
But what color?
Oh, are you gonna paint the frame?
I was gonna paint the frame. Do you like it as is?
No, I feel like it needs to be brighter. Like the picture itself is like, looks fun, but it's kind of dark behind.
I think I'm gonna go white. And then if I don't, a lot of times I paint stuff white, and then if I don't like it, then I can always add color. We'll see. This was marked $1 on the back and $2 on the front, and so they gave it to me for $1.50. I felt like that was a good compromise. All of the items usually are $1 or $2. That ginormous basket, did you sell them the basket then?
Yeah,
That was
I showed him the
$3.
basket right off the bat. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more coat on this and peel it. You can see, I mean, I've been kind of holding it, just being careful. I'm just holding it tight and kind of holding it around with my finger as I go. That way it's not lifting. So, I mean, obviously if you tape this, that's gonna be better, but gotta wing it sometimes.
Better-ish. Oh, I also bought, so I always try to buy glassware. I did buy a cake dish.
You said white?
But I dropped the cake dish off. But I got this trifle dish. I thought it was cute. It was $3. It's really heavy duty. I'll clean that up, put something cute in it. And then I never pass up milk glass. This is a big one. It's got grapes on it. It's really cute. And then we did find these really cool books. I like the colors. I'm gonna be bringing in more navy because we're gonna be transitioning into fall. So I'm starting to look for the navies. I'm not a big orange and brown fall person, but navies and like muted red apple, like think of like old farm decor. I do like adding that into my fall.
I feel like this brush is getting a little stiff on us. It might be due for some downy.
A downy down. I
Yeah.
said the brush was had a rough life.
It's got these sprays over here. Sometimes if you get like a, here, let me show you this real quick.
Are you done stenciling this? Can I take it off?
No. Oh yeah, just set that down. Don't let it slide. I already ruined one stencil tonight. So I got this spray over here. Sometimes you can't tame these. What we'll do, you don't want to pull it out because eventually you pull enough out and your bristles will start getting loose. You just want to like take a little scissors and clip it right there. That way you don't get like that weird drag mark where you don't want it sometimes.
Oh, I forgot that you had green on this. The one's kind of gray.
That's all right.
I'll white wax it and it'll look good.
So I didn't get to see the conversation about the truck color. What were
I don't
people
know.
saying?
We'll have to read it
We'll
later.
have to go back through and see. It's a really big debate. I mean, I'm going to be mostly driving the truck around, but obviously we want to paint it a cool color. I don't know if I want like a minty green on it. I don't know if I mean, I'm pretty cool with all the DIY stuff and doing furniture, but I don't know if I can drive a minty green truck.
Jay, I totally think that that would be rough too. My parents are getting older and I know that that day's gonna happen. That maybe when you do take it out, you could put her favorite flower or her favorite color of flower in it and then it will remind you of your mom. Jay said that she has a whole collection of milk glass from her mom and she hasn't been able to unpack it yet. I think everybody grieves differently and time makes it easier but it never goes away. So whenever you're ready. All right, I'm gonna put that over there. My mom's turning 79 on Friday.
She's coming out to visit.
I booked a room in Salt Lake, which is like half an hour from here. My mom and I are gonna spend a day away and Zeb is gonna be not babysitting.
It's not babysitting
The
when they're in your
senior-
own, when they're your own kids. Super happy with that. Take him to the dump. We'll go. On us.
All right, I'm gonna look.
Oh no, might be time to end it.
No, it's going. Well, it's going on this side. What is it doing on that side?
I don't know.
It's frozen.
Is it frozen now?
It's frozen.
back. Let's log this. I'll do them real quick unless you really want to. Oh, she's doing it. Luckily the brush is really dry.
It's totally offloaded.
All right, not frozen. Okay.
We're glad we're not frozen. Frozen always reminds me of that Disney movie.
Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry. I'm just kind of mushing it around. It's mostly got coverage, but I'm gonna do what I call my 1.5 coats on it, and just put like a light coat on it once it's dry. So we'll put one more coat on this.
Oh, number 3.
All right.
That's a little bit bleedy, but the thing is, because it's been sealed, if it's got a little bleed through, I just take a little Q-tip. I don't lick it, but really I do. I get it wet and then I just go and then I distress it. It's the Q-tip trick. It works, but you have to have it sealed underneath, otherwise it'll just take the paint off underneath. Okay, hold on, somebody had a question. Anyone here have an idea what to do if you have to paint over a waxed finish? Okay, good question. If you have a waxed finish, if it's been over 30 days and it's dried really, really hard, I would just lightly sand it and paint it. And lightly sand it. If it takes you more than 15 minutes, you're sanding too long. And if you're using an electric sander, it shouldn't take you more than maybe 5 or 10 minutes. If it's been recently waxed, then you're going to need to remove that wax, and we use mineral spirits, and you can wipe the wax off and then let that mineral spirits dry, give it a light sand, and then paint. Sorry it took me a while to see that question. Hopefully that answers your question. If no, people are in and out for the sound. Okay, truck, gunmetal with JRB. Gunmetal wouldn't be bad. Our front door is gunmetal.
I do like gunmetal. That's really dark though, so it might be hard to wash. We'll see. We're gonna be DIYing. All right, so we're gonna go because it looks like the sound's being dumb again. But
I can see it.
So we're gonna take off. But on the truck, if you guys want to see how I paint that, comment below whether you're watching this now or the replay, and weigh in on that. If you guys don't care to see a truck DIY painting, because it's not really what we do on the channel.
Zeb really wants to, so he's hoping you want to see it.
I'm doing it either way. But if you want to see it, weigh in and we'll do a video on it. If not, I'm just going to paint it real quick and we'll be done.
Hold on, before we go, one more thing.
Okay.
I need you to go to Rocky Mountain.
Oh yeah. Rocky Mountain Decal.
Go to their website, look at their removable wallpaper, and comment below with what you would like to see in our laundry room. I need to get back to them probably by Monday. Monday, which is the 30th? Yes. I need to get back with them by Monday the 30th with my pick, so comment below and I can let them know what I want, because we are going to be doing a laundry room renovation, and the highlight is going to be the Rocky Mountain removable wallpaper. It's the same kind that we used in Odilia's room. We really loved it, so we're going to